Today, many people think that diversity is the thing that makes up a real college campus. Diversity on college campuses is supposed to help students get ready for the real world. On Xavier's campus, diversity is getting better every year. However, a few students at Xavier don't feel like it's moving fast enough. Compared to other campuses across the country, Xavier is behind in mixing different types of people on our campus. Our correspondent Charles Dixon wanted to see what other students thought on this subject of diversity. Here's what he had to say.
The word diversity has many definitions to different people, but to the Webster Dictionary, it means the state of or fact of being diverse, different, unlikeness. Xavier University is a growing diverse community that is on the verge of becoming one of the, if not the top university in Ohio. Xavier's history may not show a diverse community, but now diversity is one of the top things on their list. Diversity can mean many things, such as diversity of the mind, climate, religion, or even deeper, how each person was raised. This school started out as an all-white boys college, then integrated, then turned co-ed. Presently, there is 10% of diversity at Xavier University right now, but it is growing each and every year. College professors and administration would say that diversity is one of the most important things a university can have because it gives you a taste of the real world. Xavier has different resources for Xavier students of color and women with places such as the Women's Center, Office of Multicultural Affairs, and the International Student Services. Xavier University is showing that they are striding for diversity with the acceptance of a very diverse 2008-09 class. So I decided to go out to the students and administration to see how they feel about diversity on Xavier's campus.
My diversity of religion covers different ranges of just different types of religion: Muslim, Jewish faith, Catholic faith, and then in the middle of that you have different Christianities and different types of Christianity.
Diversity, I think, is more than just diversity of skin color and race. I think it's diversity of thought, people that are coming with different viewpoints on different issues.
The definition of diversity to me would be mixing of a group of people of different cultures, different backgrounds, ethnicities, and religions.
Society, I believe diversity is a word that appreciates differences while it's celebrating similarities.
Xavier is upholding my definition of diversity by putting me in situations like different classes, and I really feel like they're putting me in a situation to not only have a diverse faith, diverse with many other people, but even diversity with myself and understanding those different concepts and bringing them into my everyday life.
I don't see Xavier really reaching out to the African American community or to the Hispanic community or to the Arabic community or even more to international students to try to bring more of them here. So no, I don't feel Xavier's fulfilling that part of my definition. No, not at all.
However, I do think Xavier does have a way of streamlining people who are of the same thinking. There isn't quite that much of a diverse group of thinking here. I think a lot of the people are coming from mainly Catholic backgrounds, and we get a lot of that same kind of Jesuit traditional thinking in our students.
You have different races, and I think that's a start to break down those barriers of diversity. Because I must admit, I went to a practically all-white high school, so coming here, it's kind of nice to have friends from different races.
I think that if we're looking at being men for others, we need to be men for everyone and not just those people who think like us. And I think it's important for us to be steadfast in the way that we think and having the ability to compare it to what others think.
I do recognize, though, particularly with the mantra that I'm charged with, multicultural affairs, to aid in the retention of students of color, but also provide diversity awareness on campus. As we increase that student of color population, it's imperative that there is a balance of professionals of color here at the university. Part of students of color being acclimated to the campus community is being able to recognize and identify with folks who look like them.
But I think if you participate in different clubs and organizations, that'll give you kind of the diversity that you're looking for. But again, it's not something that's just here. It's definitely something you have to go out and get for yourself. If you just kind of just let the Xavier come to you, you'll definitely have a very monotonous, non-diverse experience.
The thing about diversity one must recognize is not just connected to race. Diversity is beyond race. Race is an aspect of diversity, but it's not the only one. However, it is the stem and root of the recognition of diversity. However, it's a big conglomerate of things that equate to that one powerful word.
Still need to fill your core science requirements? Well, look no further than Costa Rica. The Department of Biology is proud to offer a 2-week course on tropical biodiversity this summer, where students will gain a first-hand experience of tropical ecosystems when they immerse themselves in rich tropical forests of Costa Rica. Applications are due April 30th. For more information, please contact Dr. Blair or Dr. Farnsworth. Although we'll be graced with beautiful weather this weekend, we may need a break from that come Sunday. So what better way to do that than checking out what's new at the box office? Here's John Reese with your weekly movie review.
Hey moviegoers, this weekend we have plenty of new movies coming out, so without further ado, here are the new releases. Fighting stars Channing Tatum as Sean MacArthur, a young man living in New York struggling to make ends meet by selling bootleg goods. Then he is confronted by Harvey Borden, a sleazy scam artist who introduces him to the world of underground street fighting. Borden, played by Terrence Howard, becomes his manager and informs Sean that he can get big bucks by competing. Sean quickly works his way up the ladder of the underground fighting circuit with his lightning-fast reflexes and brutal punches. However, the stakes get higher and higher, and in this sport, losing is not an option. Obsessed is the latest thriller to hit the big screen. The film stars Idris Elba as Derek Charles, who has a successful career and is happily married to his wife, played by Beyonce Knowles. However, a temp worker named Lisa, played by Ali Larter, arrives at his workplace and trades innocent flirtations with Derek. Eventually, Lisa falls madly in love with him, but Derek does not return the feeling. When the mentally unbalanced Lisa starts stalking him, everything Derek has worked for in life are put in jeopardy. The Soloist is based on the heart-wrenching but moving tale of Nathaniel Ayers, a talented musician who ends up homeless. Nathaniel Ayers, played by Oscar winner Jamie Foxx, is a musical prodigy who suffers a nervous breakdown at his second year of Juilliard School and develops schizophrenia. His condition leaves him living on the streets of Los Angeles, playing his half-broken violin and cello for change. Concurrently, Steve Lopez, played by Robert Downey Jr., is a columnist for the Los Angeles Times who has a nasty bicycle accident and encounters terrible writer's block. Lopez meets Ayers in the park and writes about the man's incredible gift and difficult life. This is John Reese for Channel 18, The Muskie.
Thanks, John. Well, we're definitely going to have to go see one of those.
I like Obsession a lot. I think that looks good.
I love Beyonce. When we come back, we'll have Wilmer Monty and PJ O'Keefe with XU Sports, so stay tuned.